How do you spot fantasy QB touchdown luck versus real efficiency? Imagine watching a quarterback rack up a bunch of touchdowns and wondering if they're truly good or just lucky. That's a common question in fantasy football. Let's break down how to tell the difference. First, look at how often the quarterback gets chances in the red zone. If they throw a lot of passes inside the 20-yard line and convert those into touchdowns regularly, that shows real skill. But if they score a lot of touchdowns with fewer red zone attempts, it might be just luck. Sometimes a quarterback hits a few lucky plays that inflate their touchdown numbers. Next, compare their actual touchdowns to what's expected based on the situation. Expected touchdowns are calculated from how far they throw, how tight the coverage is, and how often similar plays usually result in scores. If a quarterback scores way more touchdowns than expected, it could be a lucky streak. If their touchdowns match or are below expectations, it points to consistent performance. Rushing touchdowns are another piece of the puzzle. Quarterbacks who run in scores add a safety net for fantasy points. But rushing scores can be more unpredictable and sometimes depend on the game situation, like goal line carries. Advanced stats help clarify things further. Look at how often their throws are catchable and how often they miss targets. Also, see how often they make risky throws that could lead to interceptions. If a quarterback has a high catchable throw rate and low turnover-worthy throw rate, they're likely skilled rather than lucky. Their ability to perform under pressure is also telling. Metrics like pressure rate over expectation and completion percentage over expected show if they're making good decisions in tough situations. Consistency over multiple games and seasons is another sign of real skill. If a quarterback keeps scoring touchdowns at a steady rate regardless of the team or game plan, they're probably legit. But if their touchdown numbers spike suddenly without more opportunities or better efficiency, it's probably just luck. For fantasy managers, focus on quarterbacks with high red zone attempts and solid conversion rates. Watch out for those who run in touchdowns often but show signs of regression. Use advanced stats to confirm their scoring is backed by good play, not just luck. Be wary of quarterbacks with touchdown rates that are much higher than expected or their past performance. These tend to fall back to normal levels over time. To sum up, spotting touchdown luck versus real efficiency involves checking how often they get chances, comparing actual touchdowns to expected ones, analyzing advanced passing metrics, and observing their consistency. This approach helps you find quarterbacks who are reliable fantasy options and those riding short-term luck.